Hello, I'm Phoenix Cat. Fact, if you want to have a sandwich or something else with bread in space, you have to settle for, well, not settle, tortillas are awesome. You have to use tortillas, because tortillas don't drop crumbs, and crumbs in space are kind of super inconvenient, because, like, they just float there forever. Probably not forever. I'm assuming they have some way to clean air. But anyway, that's not relevant to this video. I'm not sure what is, because I didn't really think of anything to talk about. So, yeah. If you think I ramble normally, I'll ramble even more. But, so I could talk a little bit about what I'm drawing. So this was day 9, and, this was the second day of week 2, which, as I said last week, week 2, I kind of just reset and started using the dip pen instead, just to do something different, and I think it worked really well for me. Overall, you know, being in week 3 now, and I can look back, and it's almost the end of, I don't know, this week has gone way too fast. And so this was the second day, and so my goal for this picture, I didn't really have a plan. It was mostly just I wanted to work or practice with the dip pen and practice doing like curves and stuff, because I feel like that's kind of the hardest part. And I think with this, what I really figured out is that it's really hard to use the dip pen near the edge of the pages, because you can't really hold, I don't know, I'm not, maybe if I had a better arm position or use of like my full arm, because if you talk to professional artists and stuff, they'll probably tell you like you want to use your whole arm, not just your wrist, and I'm not very good at that. But so I tend to rest my arm, and so doing the dip pen near the edge of the page was kind of the hardest part here. But yeah, so I just drew a profile picture of a girl, completely random. It's not great. I'm not very good at profile and proportions, and as you saw there for a while, she had this huge chin, and it was just weird. It's something I need to work on. I don't know. I don't tend to draw them very often, just for random sketching, and so at some point I'll probably just need to like really focus in on practicing them. But right now, for this drawing, I was just trying to make something that had curves that I could practice on, so like the hair, and then I started putting flowers in just now, in the background, mostly partially to add a little bit more interest. And actually, originally I was kind of thinking I'd just do some sort of flower collage, and also I want to apologize for any times my head shows up in this video or any other video. I tend to lean like almost parallel over my art, and so it's kind of hard to stay out of view of the camera. I'm trying, but especially with the inking, if I'm trying to get a tight detail, which isn't necessarily helping my control, but I like to think I do it anyway out of instinct or whatever. But yeah, so I was gonna do just originally like some sort of really cool, almost Zentangle-ish doodle of just flowers, you know, clustered or whatever, I don't know. I decided that would probably be a little bit more than I was capable of. I'm not super good at that sort of hyper detailed doodle, and I feel like to do something for that you do need to be not hyper detailed, but like fairly detailed, and I didn't think I could pull that off, and didn't really want to put the time into sketching something that detailed. So I just went with a profile, and then which for me is fairly quick, and then I put some flowers in the background behind her head, just to add more interest and also give me more curves to practice on. So yeah, when I get to the inking, you'll see it is not the greatest inking job I've ever done or ever will do or anything like that, but I feel like it definitely was a good practice. and I learned something. There's definitely, when I was doing the hair, I did get a little carried away, and so she has like this one line going over the tip of her ear. So I guess I probably got a little bit too carried away with the dip pin, but I guess I'll just pretend it's supposed to be there and it's like single strand of hair. Just, yeah, it looks weird. But it's not as too noticeable. And then there's just some other things like, several places where the line isn't very smooth. I think I may have, like, her nose, I don't think came out. Yeah, it came out straighter than it was supposed to be. I think, if I remember right, I'm trying to judge off the picture, but it's kind of small on my screen. Like, I have a preview of it in front of me, but it's kind of tiny. That I gave her kind of a curved in nose, and it ended up being kind of straight. Either that or I'm thinking of a different picture and I did the opposite thing. But one of those, something happened with her nose. So yeah, I wouldn't claim this is a great picture, but it worked very well for my purpose of just practicing with the dip pin and practicing doing curves and stuff. I did mess up with the eyebrow, not mess up, but I didn't really think it through, and so I did like an outline around it and then tried to do actual hairs in it, and it looks really weird. I don't know how noticeable it is on the video, but it was kind of like after I did, it's like, I forget if I did that with any of the later ones. It's just kind of hard to, because my tendency is to sort of mark out beforehand what it will be, and then it's like, nope, you can't do that with ink because then it's permanent and you can't really, I don't know. It doesn't look like I did that with the later ones. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing in the drawing. I wanna just, I know no one's actually watching these videos, so I guess I haven't really betrayed anyone, but just for the record, I'd like to say, well, hey, sorry for my head just taking up like almost a quarter of the screen. Occasionally, I tried to kind of edit the worst of that out, but it's, I'm also trying to show you the actual process and not just skip everything because my head's in the way. Like, I don't know. If anyone watched this, they could tell me whether they think I should keep that in or just try and not let you see my head. Like, how annoying is that on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm gonna go with 7.5 because, no. Yes, I don't know. Anyway. So, I was having trouble editing videos for like the past couple days because first YouTube threw a fit and was like, let's stop at 20% uploaded for some reason, even though I had all night to do this, and then once I got up it took like an hour to finish. But no, it had to stop at 20%, and then the next video, which was yesterday's, it took, for some reason, my video editing program decided that it didn't want to render it. So I got that figured out, and like I did it by basically making it take less power, so it goes slower now, but it doesn't, because I'm not sure if it was like overheating or what, but I guess maybe just the dust built up on my computer too much and it started overheating. I blew off some of the dust from my computer, but I'm kind of cautious about opening it up because I have had several times in the fairly recent past where I have shocked myself just randomly, like way more than usual, and I feel like that was mostly in the spring and less so recently, but it's still sort of like, I know that happens sometimes, so I don't really want to risk it opening up my computer. So I need to open it up and clean it soon, but I'm thinking I'll probably get a static band just because they're not like that expensive, so it's not gonna hurt. But yeah, so I think hopefully that problem's figured out. But then yesterday when this was supposed to go up, I was just super busy with school. I didn't even get a specific Inktober picture done. I had a project for school that was done in ink, and so it kind of counted, but I used that, but I didn't like do anything specific for Inktober, which is a bummer, but I should be able to keep up now. Hopefully from here on out I'll be able to upload every day, for until I'm through the Inktober videos, but maybe not. because I was hoping that at the start of the month, and then I was hoping it when I finally upload the first video. One of these days, we'll do it. Anyway, that's all for this video. Bye!